Yeah, that it sounds really cool. So, one thing that I noticed about, especially when we talk about MVPs on the podcast, is that a lot of people that launched, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, um, say that back then it was a bit easier to just sneak into the market with a very simple solution because there were not too many of them.
Yeah.
So looking back, uh, like if you were building now, would that kind of solution still be okay now? Would you be able to use it and push it to customers, push it to market, or now um, founders are kind of pushed into presenting a more comprehensive MVPs just to go to market?
Yeah. I think Rand Fishkin, he was the founder of Moz, which in the SEO space was a very big community with software as a service bolted on, was basically how I learned SEO. I think he had a very good point specifically about this, where 10 years ago, the world of software as a service, mobile applications, web applications as we know it, was a lot less crowded than it is today. And back then, right, if we're talking about lean customer methodology, it was way more acceptable to show up with a PowerPoint presentation and try to ask somebody for $500 and perhaps even swipe a credit card on like a Square reader just to prove that you could pre-sell a product or service, because there were just a lot fewer companies that were doing that, and startups tech was just not as cool as it really is today. In today's landscape, oh my God, if you've seen a modern day updated matrix of MarTech software and email market, it's just exploding, right? With
Yeah.
all these different providers in each specific category, because the cost of launching a SaaS is lower, cheaper than it's ever been. The frameworks, right, that we use, like React, Angular, Ruby on Rails, these are more fleshed out than they've ever been. And there are, oodles and oodles of people who are studying computer science in college as we know it, because, there's this whole tech gold rush that has happened over the last 10 years. So nowadays, what Rand was saying is that you can't just have a minimal viable product. You need an exceptional viable product to start. And I more or less agree with that sentiment. If you're